I just want to start this recording off by saying I'm incredibly pissed. Like incredibly pissed. Here I am in battle replays because my foot bumped my power box and it killed my computer. Didn't kill it, like it turned it off. I guess I shouldn't say killed. But it powered down my computer when I was in the middle of a recording. So the recording is corrupted. And I am enraged. Now, luckily, this fight should have taken place during that recording. But we're not going to start there. Now, fun fact, you can refight these fights. I'm not going to do that. We're just going to watch the replays. But I figured no better time like the present to watch some of my old battles. See, I've got some when I played as the Suabi, and one where I played as the Kush. But we're going to start with my... Or two when I played as the Kush. We're going to start with my oldest one of these. It's not my actual oldest. I have a lot of my old computer, but I don't feel like booting that up. It'll honestly fry its chips if I try to play this game on it. Here we go. So this is what I had. A simple garrison. This was the city layout against all of this. And let's just say the algorithm did not favor me. Jesus fuck. Now,
gods did not drag them into the depths, and the dogs have managed to get ashore.
See, I can't
now
control them.
Show our courage instead, and drive these whelps back to their ships.
And right now, I'm mostly just panicking.
Between their legs.
Right now, I'm mostly just panicking because this was the first time I held out, and I knew that I'd have to do it in like a corner of the map to prevent him from flanking me on all sides. This was the first time I ever chose what I'm now referring to as Butcher Bay, which is this little alcove kind of area. During the campaign that is now lost, well, not campaign, during the recording that's lost, I actually attacked an enemy by landing all of my ships here on the bay and fighting my way through. That was kind of fun. So I've got swordsman as my general. Swordplay is a long tradition among African warriors. I've got leopard warriors. They're not really great at defense. They're surprisingly aggressive. Whoa, shit. They're gone. Those horses are just deleted. That's the specialty of the Kush, by the way. While most of these are slingers, the Royal Kushite archers here are incredibly deadly. Whoa. I forgot I could do this. Oh my god, look at that slam. Look at all the arrows, man! Oh, this is how we're going to be watching a lot of these replays. That's a fucking nasty mess. Oh, here they come again. Oh my god, that's shaky. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit and I'm gonna leave it here. No, you know what? We'll get in. Here they come. Oh my god. What's with the crescent shields? That would block very little. Oh, they push deep. I'm being pushed around as units die. Oh, the enemy has axes. Hold the fucking phone. Hillmen. Alright, yeah, they're hillmen. Just watching all the fucking missiles That's why I named this one Holy Hell, That a Lot of Missiles or some shit like that. Because that is a lot of missiles. Alright, now I'm putting the Leopard Warriors back to block this pass. As my archers and slingers, archers and slingers, just rip the enemy apart. My swordsmen are almost broke. There's only 19 of them left, but they've got Leopard Warriors backing them up. And the enemy is quickly running out of men. I have very favorably shifted the algorithm already at this point. But if my general fully dies, which I think he technically already did, this fight's not going to go much more in my direction. Alright, here come horses. And there goes my retaliation. God, they're just getting decimated. It's the Royal Archers, by the way. The Royal Archers and regular Archers are what's winning this. Look at that missile damage. They even have increased ammunition. And the Royal Archers are strong enough to rip apart an enemy unit before it even gets to me. I mean, look, they're already shaking. They haven't even gotten to me yet. And if you look at them, they really couldn't hold their own in a melee for very long. But they do so much damage. Oh, and they're women. Well, some of them are women. Because in the Desert Kingdoms, men and women fight side by side. They're not like their brothers in the Greek. You know, beautiful bows, though. Really ornate. And see, it eventually came down to a missile battle. After I'd shifted the algorithm enough. Damn, look at that. And then I've got Holy Fucking Holdout Batman, which... That is a small garrison. Oh my god, that is a small garrison. Against the Seleucid. We're at Persepolis. I just took Persepolis, I think. Yeah, I just took this place. This was one of the places I just took. Up here is the victory point, right here. This is the victory point. And I decided I would hold out at the last bastion instead of holding out here at the front. Now, as you can see by all of these siege towers, he's attritioned me quite a bit to get to this point. Got Nubian spearmen, which have rapid advance, which allows them to get places very quickly. As well as the leopard warriors, which have frenzied charge. I've got all kinds of archers up on the walls, looking both directions. I've got tribesmen down below, and I've got a scorpion. Pay attention to this scorpion later in the battle, because I realize some really clever shit with this. But as you can see, they're on the wall. I only managed to take out one of their ladders, so I really didn't slow them down much. I probably should have just aimed at their general instead of even thinking about the ladders. They busted the gate open. Conquered it rather quick. Because it's a gatehouse with oil. If they didn't conquer the gatehouse, they would have taken a lot of casualties coming through. But since they conquered it, the oil doesn't pour on them. And here they come up the hill. Now I've got 2 arrow towers here protecting me. Kind of. They definitely help. This firing down on the enemy, as well as the 2 arrow towers just doing the occasional damage blip, definitely help. Oh my god, when he hits that looked like it hurt. Oof. Yeah, those are Persian cavalry. They're meant to charge. and they inflicted some pretty heavy casualties on me. I probably should have put my men in square formation or something, just to stop that. Here comes a thorax pike unit, which I'm not looking for. Oh, there goes a... Oh no, here they are. I'm not looking forward to having to fight the pikes, just because it's going to be really difficult to. I'm pretty sure they're one of the reasons my holdout almost failed, was that fucking pike wall. He goes all the way around, as you can see. He's taking all the different gates and towers and losing a handful of men in the process from every arrow tower he passes. It was where the majority of his force kind of went. Now, at this point, I move my javelins, hoping to get them over here so that they can fire into the side of the enemy. And as you can see, it's incredibly effective. This is why, playing as the Greeks, I hate that my slingers cause a lot of friendly fire. And I usually have to get off angles like this, just so that I don't get that friendly fire. With the Kush, I rarely... Oh, see, they're on the move now. Because I realized what was going on over here. And as you can see, I sent one of my Leopard Warriors and all my Wall Archers over to stop it. And this guy's firing. They are actively firing down at these guys. Yep, see, look, a bolt just hit right there. Thunk, one hit right there. Oh, that guy got fucked up. Thunk, right there. So it's not the world's most accurate, but yeah, it's not the most accurate. Scorpions aren't, but they're a lot cheaper than ballista. And when they do hit, it's still a guaranteed kill. Except for once. I watched a hero of Sparta straight up block a scorpion bolt with his shield. I swear to God. Alright, so at this point I figured all or nothing. Because my Javelineers or tribesmen, they were out of ammo. And I thought, you know what? If I can get them to attack these guys in the back and break them, then I can reform, make some semblance of a wall. Especially the pikes. I really had to hit the pikes in the back. Sadly, they get back attack themselves because I was busy dealing with this shit. Trying to coordinate that offensive. See, they get back attack themselves, and they're about to break. So things aren't looking good for me at this point. At this point, I'd pretty much thought I'd lost it. What are these archers just doing standing here? Oh well. But the enemy on this side's taken way too many casualties. I mean, there's still more than enough of them. But see, some of them at this point start going back because now they've broken through. Still taking the occasional shot. These archers are being no help. Surprised I didn't notice that sooner. Looks like they're struggling to navigate. You'll notice this is now pointed this way. It was at this moment that I realized that scorpion can fire into the base. And so I told it to do so. I think I aimed it at these guys. But I may be wrong. Ah, shit. But yeah, that thing's now firing into the base at the enemy.
Find your targets!
These guys are about to break, because there's only 2 of them, but I still need... Oh, they're on the move again. Yeah, there they are, posting up on the wall. And they broke. And they died. And here comes the enemy. So the enemy's effectively split his forces. He's still hell-bent on conquering every tower in the fucking base. And I'm okay with that, because that means that his forces are going to get whittled away by every fucking tower in my base. He still has these 2 arrow towers that he has to conquer, unless he goes straight for the cap. My archers are up here on the wall, firing down into the enemy. He's got his slingers firing up at me. We're trading off, as you see. Thunk. That was a scorpion bolt right there. Just sent 4 men flying. The fact that the scorpion could fire into the base is the only reason I was able to break these guys. See, damaged by artillery. That mixed with the archers firing down at them, doing some good damage. Because the Kush have bonus damage to archers. Now he starts attacking my scorpion, but he can't get a good angle at it. Oh, never. I take that back. He got a good enough angle at it. Meanwhile, back at the plot, these guys are still getting hammered. I'm going to speed up time a little bit. They're still taking shots. And he's sending one probably to take this tower next. Oh well. So yeah, now he's going for the cap. So I line my archers on the wall and try to prevent that from happening. But he manages to partially get his flag raised. His men start to die rapidly. But does he get it? Oh, he gets the cap. Meaning that if I don't get it back, I start to lose my points, and he'll win. And at this point, it is a war of attrition, because we're too far away from these arrow towers to have them help much. Alright, as you can see, they can't stop him from taking that arrow tower. The enemy collides. It's Eastern Spearmen versus Leopard Warriors in a square formation, which means that they have a boost to morale, as well as... Oh, and there's the victory, because my archers broke them, and the ones that were out here were getting hammered by the arrow towers. That holdout is one of the ones I'm the most proud of, because by all means, if I had an army like this, I would crush this kind of defense. But it was something. Next on the docket is playing as the Suabi. I call it Flash. I do not know why. I think it's because it was over in a flash. Oh, I'm the aggressors this time. Alright. Nope, no I'm not. I'm still the defenders.
The great god Tyre walks with us today. We shall honor him and defend this position with our last breath.
I have a lot of youths. Look at them all.
Protected
And see, look, they're all pointed outwards, 3 rows deep. I can never get that on an eastern wall. Or even a Greek wall. But when you're playing as the Germans, you have no difficulty putting all your men facing out. Which I guess is an advantage that the Germanics have. Oh yeah, it's over in a flash. Because I killed his foot soldiers. And then I just proceeded to destroy his fucking horses. That's why you don't attack a fort with only horses. But, benefit of the barbarians is that when you destroy part of their wall, it's a ramp instead of like a bump. So they can still fire down, you can still fire up. It's not like a mound blocking both sides. And they can put 3 deep on a wall pointed out, where on Greek, Roman, and Eastern walls, which actually jut out of the ground, you can only go 2 deep. Technically, you can put 4 on the wall, but 2 of them are facing the wrong direction. God damn, I had a big garrison. So yeah, these guys can be 3 deep, all pointed outwards. Gives you a lot easier defensive advantage. Because they still have to land on your wall or break it down. And because there's no lip, because the wall's all one fucking thing, as you can see, you can ram the enemies with your horses. You can just slap into them. I lost nobody. Alright. Let's see here. 9, 6, 10, 10. No, wait. I got 9, 10, and 1. Rock'em and Sock'em. The Suabi versus Egypt. That's a lot of boats. Holy shit, he has a lot of garrison. Oh, I remember this. So when I was playing as the Suabi, I mentioned this in one of my episodes. I'd managed to capture... I'd managed to capture 2 Roman artillery ships. I have no clue how I did it, but I managed to. Yeah. I don't know why it has me as the red. Maybe just because the defenders are technically the good guys? I don't know. But I'm the offensive one. I'm not defending this city. I'm trying to seize it. Yeah, it thinks I'm Egypt for some reason. Alright. Think what you will. But I waited offshore. As you can see by the formation of my boats, I'm doing a strategy that I now employ as the, oh my god, they fucking bundled up and then just scattered to the wind. I'm employing a tactic I use now as the Greeks, where I berate them with rocks and with missile fire before engaging in land combat, because that way the missile fire really weakens them up. Now, this fight was only 12 minutes long, so it's going to be a little slow probably on the uptake. But if I was to guess, because this was a while ago, I think I landed here and forced him to come down through a hail of missiles to fight me. Even though all I've got are like spear levies. I don't think I ever got the Swordmaster boats. I got Bloodsworn. That's a little better. He still has like Galatian swordsmen. Carrion axemen. Hold on. These lightly armored axemen hack their way into the enemy's flanks. Alright. Egyptian infantry. Oof. Those look like they... Oh, see, he's all bundled up. He's all bundled up. I'm just raining rocks on the bundle. Oh my god, that has to hurt. And see, now I switched to regular ammo for better accuracy. Oh my god. Oh my god! Yep, see, finally, like roaches, he just fucking scatters. But look at all the dead. Look at all the dead left behind. Oh my god. That had to hurt. Oh, Jesus. That's gonna take a while to clean. You're just gonna have to burn that as is. Just get like shovels or something. Burn that as is. Alright. And here's where I got really pissed off at my archers. Because they're still shooting at like bits of the shore and shit. So you gotta tell them to like stop, move a little bit or something just to get them to knock it off. And now I'm raining rocks on the Royal Peltis, but they're not holding still to take much damage. I'm just trying to kill the general. That is what I'm trying to do here. Because not a lot, if any, of his men have disciplined. other than this other Royal Peltas. So, whoa, what did I say? Oh, pikemen. Yeah, the pikemen are disciplined. But the mercenary leopard warriors aren't. The Galatian swordsmen aren't. None of his citizen cavalry are. Egyptian pikemen and more pikemen. Oh, I've landed. Ouch. And see, here's where the fucking slingers start, because, yeah, these are all Germanic slingers, longbow hunters. The longbow hunters are really nice. They can be hidden while in plain sight. And see, he's taking a lot of fucking damage. We'll slow it down just a bit. Taking a lot of damage right here from missile fire, while my men are just doing their goddamn damnedest to hold out. And his men start to waver just because of the sheer number of losses. And there it is. A heroic victory. Boop, da boop. So yeah, those are the kinds of fights I did. Next up is By the Bay. Maine and Sparta. I think I've seen this. I think we've seen this one. This, I don't know if this video has been uploaded by the time of this recording. I don't think it has. I don't think I've uploaded this one yet. But, oh wait, yeah I have. This was one of the kill boxes that I made. The original kill box technique, which I've perfected now. By putting my spears on this side and cornering them in between. So you've seen this fight. All right, you've seen this fight. We don't need to see that one again. Let's go to a fight you haven't seen. The Killbox Classic. So this happened. This happened today, as you can see by this staggering amount against me. Well, once the fight starts, I'll pause it. So this is the balance of power. But when it actually displayed, it gave me significantly less than that. My yellow barely showed up as a thing during this fight. Man, if he was smart, he would have came from the other direction. Come up this hill. It's a lot harder to block off this than it is to stop this little wedge. Anywho, let's speed this up. So he has some serious power that he could have thrown at me. And for some reason, his AI does what the AI does and just defaults to this funnel. But my Spartan pikes are not at full power. So we're gonna zoom in a little bit. You can see the elephants in the background. Oh my god, here they come. So he has all these horses trying to push and just getting milled by the cavalry, or by the pike wall. Alright, this right here is where most of the enemy morale loss comes from. Now, there is some slinger friendly fire going on. That just happens. I don't know why it happens. I hate that it happens. The slingers just can't create a good enough arc with their shots. Alright, here the elephants have reached. And they're trying to push in. And they're slapping at me at the best that they can. One down already. Now those pikes are getting moved a little. But my men are pushing back. Oh shit! See, elephants on the charge can break through a pike wall. But these guys did not have near the speed or trample activated at the time. But even without trample activated, they're doing an astonishingly good job of pushing into my pike wall. The men get up, get their long sarruses out, and reform. So they are well trained. Meanwhile, the mill just keeps on milling. But now you start to see enemy infantry coming through. Let's zoom out for a second. It should be at about this point. I'm going to speed up a bit. Yep. This unit, I'm waiting kind of for it to break. For some reason, it goes to charge, gets scared of these guys, and turns around. So it's just soaking slinger ammo and getting destroyed. But I send these guys... Yep, there it was. There's the order. Sending them around to come in through the back. The moment these guys break, they go the same. The slingers go in pursuit of them. Whoa.
Quick march!
Let's get back into the fight here. So as you can see, more and more foot troops are starting to push through. And I've got a guy out there in the middle with his sword out, kind of doing his best to hold him off. But he's not going to be able to hold for long. Yep, there he goes. Yeah, I've got another one there. He's got his sword out. He's trying to keep them at bay. Because that's what happens. Some of the pikemen pull swords to get people who have gotten past the pike wall tips. And they're doing their best. They are doing their best. But as you can see there in the background, the enemy's brought his own pikes to the front. And most of the enemy cavalry's gone, except for those skirmishers in the back. My men have now fully flanked, and the enemy will take notice here in just a sec. Oh, these guys reformed and then got hailed into breaking again. And they just get peppered into oblivion. Yep. But now they're falling in, and so here the enemy took notice and came out to meet me. I'd like to say that this hits, they break, and I just spend the next 20 minutes milling them. Or the next 5 minutes, technically. But that's not quite what happens. The enemy manages to stage somewhat of a counter-offensive at the last moment using the slingers, just to save the front units as they push ever further into my men, who are now tired and barely holding even. Meanwhile, the enemy pikes are holding even, moving quick, very tired. Everybody's pretty much exhausted at this point. But a lot of people are losing decisively, holding even. It's a shit show. It is a shit show. And with the elephant carcasses piled up, you can hardly tell what's going on here in the melee. But over here, like, as you can see, these people are just getting stabbed to fucking death. Meanwhile, if I rotate around and come over here, it's a lot harder to tell how the fight's going over here. There we go. You can kind of see that they're making some headway over here, but there's still pikes jutting through, able to drive them back. Here's where my wall is at its thinnest, and that's what I worried about. And after the enemy breaks, they actually manage to push through here. These guys are now dealing with theirs. I have sent slingers, they're right here, out around back, and I set them up kind of right here. But these guys are pushing, they're doing their best, but they're actually having a tough time of it, because one of them is technically getting back attacked at this point. I don't know how, but they are. The fighting at the front's getting worse, because these pikes are now pushing in on me. And these guys do not help. Watch, you'll see some men here die. Yep, there goes a few. There goes another one. There goes another one. See, the sling rocks just don't carry far enough. And then I tell them to stop firing because they're ruining everything. I don't know, the sling rocks, they just dip low, man. Arrows don't. Arrows have a much greater arc to them. Those horses are starting to break. They're getting destroyed by slinger fire. His enemies have broken and they're pouring through. My men are now focused on fighting these guys. I think this is when I get back attacked. These guys technically fold in around me and back attack me. They're about to get back attacked themselves. So enemy's about to break, and so they amp up the amount of fighting that's going on at the front. Everybody breaks, and then this just becomes a butcher's factory. This is just a butcher shop at this point. As you can see, just a butcher shop. I slam into the back and just start milling people out. These guys are doing their best. These guys right here are doing their best to hold, but as you can see, the pike wall was so thin there, the enemy's able to push through. But I will have you know that the enemy, while they did manage to reform an army, technically, not enough of them survived to ever be a threat again. Yeah, at this point, they are just pouring through now. His own pikemen were able to push the gap. They're actually pushing the elephant bodies. There's enough of them to push the elephant bodies forward. And my men are being knocked around by the elephant bodies. That's crazy. Look at that. It's moving the elephant body. So yeah, that's kind of how this one wraps up. We'll speed these last 15 seconds up. There you go. Those are some of my greatest replays that I have on this computer. Thank you all for sharing this moment with me. I'm feeling a lot happier now. I'm happy to know that this recording is something I was able to save. Because I upset a fucking algorithm with that pike wall. And it just goes to prove how OP pike walls can be against foot soldiers. Specifically, melee troops. That's what pikes were meant to do. Stop melee and cavalry troops. They are not so good against arrow fire. Which, back when I played as the Kush, in Holy Fucking Holdout Batman, I proved. He came at me with several pike units, or maybe it was just 2, and I managed to destroy those pike units with arrow fire. And then in the melee, but they still won that first melee. When playing as the, oh, where were they? I think it was the Suabi. Yeah, here. The enemy had dozens of pike units. And I wailed away at them with rocks and arrow fire till I won. Pikes can be beat. They're not immortal. They're just very tough. So, see you guys later. The next time I record, I will recap you guys quickly on what happened, and we'll move on with our lives. Good night, everybody.